What up? What up? Boss Talk. Another episode, man. Tapping in about these box trucks. Been getting blew up about these box trucks, man. So I'm gonna give y'all a little recap of what I've been doing the last couple weeks. I'm gonna go over the LLC, EIN, bank info, DOT number, MC number, BOC3, UCR, insurance, safer to see if your stuff activated, where to find the car, what truck at, load board, setting up the company email, negotiating, the Raycon, bill of lading, factoring, gas, stuff you gonna need, Amazon, and just local loads. So I'm about to go over all of that real quick. I'm gonna try to dumb it down, probably like 10 to 12 minutes. So stay tuned with me. Some of the stuff is gonna be new for everybody. It was just a learning thing for me. I just learned probably within like a couple weeks. Tell you how I started with the whole idea. I was talking about it a couple years ago. I was running it by my homeboy. He ended up like actually doing it. So he hit me up randomly like, good looking. So I'm like, what you talking about? This was so long ago. We was talking about trucks. So I'm like, what you talking about? He like, man, I just made 17 bands in like 2 weeks. I'm like, damn, straight up, what you was doing? He like, man, driving them trucks. I'm like, damn, okay. It's all right. So I ain't really think nothing of it. I'm like, good look, good shit. I just kept it G. So like 2 weeks later, he like, good looking again. I'm like, damn, what happened now? He like, I just signed for 300,000 with Ashley Furniture, moving furniture out in Dallas. Oh yeah, I'm going to get a truck ASAP. Don't even worry about it. So boom, got me a truck. Well, not even got me a truck, but I'm gonna tell you the whole process after that. So boom. So I had to start me an LLC, Right Quick Transportation, and I got my EIN number. And if you don't know how to do all that, um, you can Google it, or you can go on YouTube how to start an LLC, how to get your EIN number. I know you go to irs.gov, or you can put in how to get an EIN on Google or YouTube. Everything you can get on YouTube, bro, or Google. It's not rocket science, y'all. So boom, after you get your LLC, you get your EIN number, uh, you get your bank. You can find your bank that you want to work with. Get you a account set up. Get your checking and routing account and all that stuff. Checking, savings, all that. Get you a card. Get you a business credit card if you can get that. I chose Genesis for mine, local credit union, Pontiac. Um, get you a DOT number. So when you go on the FMSCA website, how you apply for the DOT number. And that's basically like a birth certificate number, like an ID just for your truck. That's what you kind of be known as. And then you get your MC number, it's a motor carrier number that allow you to go from state to state. And those are two numbers you're gonna have on your side of your truck. I just got my little birth certificate made. I don't want to clear out my numbers, but it's gonna be on the side of the truck. Got my numbers at the bottom of it, but this is like a magnet, and it's gonna stick on the side of the truck or whatever. So boom. All right, you get your MC number. Then you get this little paper you got to file. You can do it electronically. BOC3 file, just sign it. UCR file, you can get that signed. It's electronically too. You can have a compliance company do it because once you sign up and you get your DOT and your MC number, you're gonna be getting swamped with phone calls from like a whole bunch of random people, companies. They're trying to get you fuel cards. They're trying to give you insurance, cheap insurance. They're trying to really hustle. They want to follow your paperwork. So once you do it, your number becomes public information. So they can be blowing you up. Um, I ended up messing with this company called US Compliance. At first, I thought it was a scam. I was just talking to them, and they was like, "Yeah, we'll do it for 300." So I'm like, "All right, whatever." End up giving them a car's number. I don't even know why I did it, but wouldn't even think. I'm like in my head, I'm thinking like, "Damn, why I give these people why I give them my stuff?" So boom, they end up charging the card. I'm thinking it's a scam. I'm ready to call my bank like, man, it's a scam on my card. But they end up following it for me though. So I'm like, oh damn, maybe they was legit. So they had a person that I can email. They was calling, and I could call them back, and it was good work pretty much. So I wasn't tripping. It was a good $300, but I could have did it myself. So file the BOC3 number. You can do it your own. I had to spend $300 for that to get the DOT and the MC number. $300 for that. So I'm up to 600. The UCR I filed myself because I was like, you know what, I ain't paying another 300. So I did it myself. Googled it. That was easy. BOC3, Google, Easy. So after I got all that stuff, all the clerical stuff handled, my bank, EIN, my business started, got my DOT, got my MC, got the BOC3 filed, got the UCR filed. That's all with the FMSCA. They give you like a little login, like a portal, pretty much that give you all the pretty much let you know like all the stuff you turned in, what you need to turn in if you in compliance, if you're not. So boom, get your insurance. So I went to Progressive. They bundled it in with my little personal. I had good credit and all that, good driving record for my personal stuff. So they looked out. You don't want to pay a big down payment. I ended up paying like 400 for that. So now I'm up to 1,000. So I spent 400 on the insurance for the down payment. My payment was like 900 a month. The minimum insurance you need to go active is 750,000. I think that's general liability, I believe, and then you need 300,000 for the coverage for the cargo coverage, and then you gotta wait a couple of days. Like I think I waited like 4 business days. I checked the Safer website to see if my authority was activated and got my authority or whatever. So that's just a term basically saying like you got the authority to drive, to go across the country, whatever, in your state, however, whatever you set up in your sign up process. That's they call it the authority. So boom, got my authority activated. So then it was I had to find a truck. So look through rental route or the ownership route. I chose the rental route because I was brand new. I ain't want to like just grab a truck and I didn't really like it. I don't know what I was doing and I was stuck with it. So I'm like, let me just rent a truck. If I don't like it for the first month or whatever, I'm just gonna turn it back in. So options was the budget, Enterprise, Penske, Ryder. So I called all these places. Enterprise went at like 5,000 down, uh, like 39 cents a mile. I ain't like it. And then Penske, I really couldn't get a hold of them. Budget, I don't think I called them. Matter of fact, I didn't call them. And then Ryder, I set up a commercial account with them. It's 1,000 a week, 1,079 a week, 22 cents a mile. 22 cents a mile right now. I'm hearing it's like the national rate, 22 cents a mile. 1,079. It can fluctuate. It can be higher than that, but if you build relationships with your account manager, they'll lower that. I heard when you ride with Amazon, you get like a discount code and you can cut your 1,079 a week to like 599 a week. So and then you can go 13 cents a mile. So that's something I'm trying to get into, but you gotta wait until you eligible to run with Amazon, which I'll touch on at the end. But yeah, Rover Rider, I put down. You gotta have $2,600 on your credit card at all times. So every week you need to put a $2,600 need to be on there, no matter what. So that's when they draw from. So you get that 1,079 charge to it, and then the mileage, that accumulate. And then if you take the insurance, they're gonna add that on a daily day, like on a day-to-day tip. That's gonna be like $200 a day times 7. That's gonna be another like 1,400. So you pretty much gonna be either right there at the 2,600 mark, or you're gonna owe them some money. So that's the problem I'm running into as far as with the rentals with this truck. So I ended up turning my truck back in this past weekend, which is I don't even know what day it is, the 20 something, 23rd, 24th, whatever. I ain't ride this week because shit, it was getting expensive. And you have to keep your truck on the road at all times. Like you need to be driving a load there, load back, load there, load back. Wherever you going, you can't be driving empty because you got gas, you got insurance, you got to pay the truck rental fee, all that every week. And if you got helpers, you got to drive with them and you got to pay them. Gas, that's gonna be a lot. And then you got food. If you gotta spend a night somewhere, if you want to sleep in the truck, which I think is illegal. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's going out. So you gotta be making moves. You can't be sitting around like, hey, I want to drive this day, and now I ain't gonna drive this day. Multiple loads a day. That's what you need to be doing. So boom. With that being said, how to find the loads, the load board, DAT load board. I checked that out, and I found if I type in Detroit, put my deadhead like 150 miles, so I have a 150-mile radius, and I'll go find the load that I like, going wherever I wanted to go. If I say you want to go to Chicago, for example, I just use Chicago. I'll grab it. I would it usually give you an option and say like, hey, If you want this load, you gotta call them or you gotta email them. So they leave their number. They tell you like where the load gotta go, what time you gotta get picked up, like a little summary. So when you call them, you can just say, hey, my name is Swab. I'm the owner of Right Quick Transportation. My MC number is XYZ. Got X amount of time experience for driving trucks, new authority. Just trying to get opportunity, pretty much, right? They say yes or they say no. If they say yes, they ask you how much are you charging? So I would say, ooh, this is the distance, you know what I'm saying? So this is how much gas is gonna cost, XYZ. You want to make it worth your while. So you want to, of course, go high. Either they're gonna say yes or they're gonna say no, or they might counter offer or whatever. But just negotiate. I'm pretty sure you guys know how to negotiate. So once you negotiate, and y'all lock in a price, like, hey, we're gonna do it for 700, whatever. Just throwing a number out there. Some of them be like 700, some of them be 1,000. Some they try to lowball you too. So say 700, your gas gonna cost you about 150 going there. Yeah, you can say 150 going there. Depends on how much gas you got in that truck. For me, when you first got the rental truck, it was already full. So I'm like, all right, I do it for 700. Boom, going to Chicago, 3-4 hour drive from the crib. All right, catch me something coming back, hopefully. So boom, that's how I went. So make sure you got the company email set up. You didn't want it to be your name like I had it, and it's kind of like confusing. It's long. You want to be professional. So get your company email. So talk about negotiating. So once you lock in the price, they're gonna send you a rate basically a rate confirmation, and it's gonna show like, hey, we agreed to this price, and you know what I'm saying. It's basically just saying we agreed to it, and that's how you lock it in. They'll send you that um, in an email, and then you get a bill of lading, basically saying, hey, this is where it's going, this is what you're picking up, this is how much it weigh, and you get that signed by the person you drop it off to, and then you either you can send a picture of it to them, they make a copy or email it to them too, but basically just like a paper trail, like y'all got this stuff, we dropped it off, and this proof that I dropped it off. So boom. Now payment. You can get paid from the company you're running from. They might take you 3 to 5 business days, or sometimes up to 30 days, or maybe like 17 days. Really at their discretion. When you signing up the little carrier setup, so when you run with a broker, they're gonna ask you for like your insurance information, your MC number, DOT number, all that stuff, and then they gonna basically have you sign up like with this big old packet, basically just saying like how you want to get paid, your route number, checking number, all that stuff. So that's a pain doing that, trying to do all that stuff and hurry up and do it so you can get on the road, so you can get gas and all that stuff. But then if you on the road, you about to go to Chicago and you trying to find something else coming out, like you got to do that whole process again if it's with a different broker, and like so you can get a road coming back. So that's why it's good to try to get a dispatcher so they can they can do all that stuff for you. So you basically just got to worry about driving. Their dispatcher do that, but you have to pay your dispatcher a couple dollars to do that too, though. So yeah, so you got your bill lading. So they got a factoring company, right? Factoring company I use is OTR. OTR is the factoring company. Basically pay you up front. So if the trip to Chicago, they say, it's going to take us 30 days to pay you. I got the factoring company. I send them the bill of lading. I send them the rate com, and that's with his signature on it saying like it's done. I'll take a picture and upload it to the app. I got like a representative that I've talked to from OTR, and then they approve it or whatever. Then they send the money to my account like instantly, like quick. I can do it get at Chicago at 5 o'clock, get it signed 5:10, send it in to them. They got this stuff. It's like an instant little hookup where as soon as you do it, the money come, or it come the next business day. So that's way better than waiting 3 to 5 business days and all that stuff. So boom, that's a factoring company. They just giving you the money up front, then they contact them and get the money on the back end, pretty much. And then on the load board, if you look at the loads, it say factor, like they say if they work with a factoring company or not. And then the factoring company has an app that tell you which broker that they work with or they don't work with. They tell you if the load is factorable or not. So in order to look at the load board, though, you need either somebody that got the load board set up already, their email and password, or you need to set up your own. You probably would need a your own DOT number and MC number just to look at the load board. It's some other load boards you can look at without needing the numbers and all that stuff, but for the DAT, that's what I would recommend. But you're gonna need, you're gonna need the DAT. You're gonna need your numbers for that. But boom. Once you get your factoring company, gas prices, you gotta download this one app called Trucker Path. It'll tell you where all the gas stations at that you need, all that. So it ain't like you can go to your regular gas stations that got diesel, but some of the gas stations don't have this stuff called DEF fuel, diesel emissions fuel, I believe that's what it's called, or exhaust fluid or something like that. I think it's diesel exhaust fluid, but whatever. They gotta have that too. Certain box trucks you need to put that in there. It only costs you like $15 to fill that little tank up. But then the big tanks are like 50 gallons on each side. There's two of them. You gotta fill them boys up. Gas be like $4.50 a gallon, and it's 50 gallons on both sides, so it's 100 gallons. So I recommend, hey, you get your truck down to half, fill that boy back up, so you don't gotta deal with trying to spend that big old chunk of money at one time. So the equipment you're gonna need a pallet jack. 9 times out of 10, they like 400 out the door, brand new. You can get one off Facebook Market for like 200, 150. You need your straps. That's like 30 something dollars a piece, like some good ones. Um, and you need some triangles. You need some gloves. You need some headphones. You need a little thing to set your phone up. You need an ELD. It's an electronic login device. Basically, it's like a diary that telling you where the truck, telling the police where the truck going, where it's coming from, how many miles you been driving, and stuff like that. Now, for all the rules and stuff, you can look that up. But I ain't gonna really dive into all the rules. But you can't be on the road for like more than 11 hours straight. I don't think you can sleep in the truck. You're not supposed to unless you got like the sleeper in the back. The trucks only go, well, my truck only goes 65 because it's like a rental truck. So my truck don't ever go over that. No matter how fast, how hard I'm pushing it, it stay at 65. So that's cool. I don't be worrying about no speeding tickets or whatever. But it's different. I really don't have no driving experience with no big old box trucks, none of that stuff. So that was all new for me. Got my chauffeur's license. That took me like 10 minutes to do that. It actually just came in the mail today. I done ran like 12 loads. I done went to New Jersey. I went to Pennsylvania, Cleveland, Buffalo, everywhere around the like Great Lakes, Chicago, South Bend like 4 times, Springfield, Illinois. So I got a lot of work in a short amount of time. So I know I got some experience. It ain't a lot compared to everybody else, but like I said, in 2 weeks I went to all these places and dropped off loads and I got paid. But that rental fee, bro, is tough. So you gotta stay rolling. And I was just going one way. So like, I wouldn't even get nothing coming back. So I really didn't maximize my time, maximize the money, maximize. I was really losing a lot of money. I was still green, but I wasn't green. Thanks to my negotiation skills, it allowed me to be green. But like it wouldn't worth my while because I had to spend dinner 2,000 of the pros like each week for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I spent 4,000, I think 4,500 on the trucks. So in order to walk away with that, and then I had to pay insurance too. That was 800. So I'm spending there 5,000 quick, like you know. So you have to have them trucks running like all the time. So I probably only in the green like probably a band if that. So if you think about it, would I say it's worth it? I think it's worth it, yeah. Cause I know I could be making like 12. I could have made 12 easy, like easy work. Like my man said he made 17, I believe him. And he was on the road going here, like Boston, LA, catching them. I was coming home, empty. So it's definitely potential in it. Then it's local loads you can catch that's like $3,000 to $5,000 a week. But you're gonna need a crew, probably like 2 or 3 other people, 2 people other than yourself that can drive the truck when you don't want to. Y'all can kind of alternate, you know what I'm saying, and do it that way. You can pay them some money to do it and you can come home the same day and don't have to worry about being on the road. So that's always good. That's something I'm about to try to get into. But driving, far places, the rates kind of be booty, and then you got gas and all that stuff. I done got pulled over 2 times. One for having my phone out. Like, it's kind of different when you're driving your own car. You can grab your phone, whatever. You're not supposed to, but you know how it is. But the truck was so loud I couldn't hear it on my headset, so I grabbed it. And the police was just on, so happened to be on the side of me, seeing me, so he gave me a ticket for that. And then another one, I was in New Jersey. They got so many tollways and expressways. I guess the truck wasn't supposed to be on the street, but ain't nobody tell me nothing. I ain't see no signs and none of that, so he let me go, or whatever. But yeah, it was just inconvenient. And then I had my gun with me. I didn't even know I had my gun in my bag. I forgot. I was in a rush to get going. I just forgot to grab it. Forgot to drop it off. But I ended up having that on me. I took it apart and did. I'm licensed, you know what I'm saying, in Michigan, but going to other states, I really didn't know the rules, so I just tried to play it safe. Luckily, I didn't get any trouble, so that was cool. Boom. But other than that, I ran some loads with Amazon. It was through a broker though, so the broker said he had a load from Pontiac to South Bend, and I'm like, hey, I'm from Pontiac. I'm stationed in Pontiac, and I can go grab it in 10 minutes. And I did a little setup process, and I went and grabbed it and did it like 4 nights in a row. 3 hour drive. No, it's probably like four. It's probably 4 hour drive to South Bend, 3.5, 4 hour drive, and back. You know what I'm saying? I could have stayed out there, maybe caught something from Chicago or whatever, but I ended up coming home empty, just on some quick turnaround. Load left at like 3:30. No, the load started at 3:30. We didn't get done at like 5, and then I had to get gas, and then I ended up going. So I didn't get there till like 9:30. It was traffic, 5 o'clock traffic, whatever. But I didn't get there till like 9:30 for like 4 days straight. Like I go there, get there, turn right back around. Same thing, getting home at like 2 in the morning, tired, get me some sleep. Same deal. So I was grinding, but it was paying like 800 every time. So I was doing it. You feel me? You making 3,200 in 3 days, driving 3 hours and driving 3 hours back. So that was cool. Then one day it was a snowstorm. I ain't want to drive it because I ain't had no experience driving in the snow. It was a big storm coming, so I didn't drive it. And then I haven't took the load since, for real. So I be hitting the guy up and asking him, do he got Pontiac loads? He showed me his loads. He's like, I don't got none. And he hit me up the other day. He was trying to go from Pontiac to Cleveland, but I already turned the truck in, so I ain't even bother. So I might need to reach out to him just to tell him like, hey, no, I ain't running right now, but I'll be back up and running in a couple weeks or whatever. Or I'm thinking about just waiting it out and wait until I get with Amazon. So with Amazon, they usually have you wait 90 days with your authority to make sure everything cool, and then you can run with them. But now they changed it to 180 days, so you gotta wait down there 6 months to run with them. But they paying sweet deals, like sweet prices, probably like 800 to drive 200 miles type of deal, like some light stuff they paying. So I'm thinking about just paying my insurance just to keep my numbers active, and then once my numbers go active for 6 months, I just reach out to Amazon, set it up. Woo, woo. I got experience on the road. I know how to drive it. I know how to dock it. I know how to do. I know the ins and outs pretty much already. It only took me a week or two. So yeah, so might just do that, or I can try to find some local stuff and help some of my family and stuff like that. Have them run loads with me or whatever throughout the week, and I can cut hair on the weekends. I can try to do that. So it's definitely money in it. I definitely recommend you hopping in it, but I think you should easily pull out not easily pull out. I think you should pull out like 10,000 just to play with, just to start with, just to be on the safe side. I probably spent like 7. I started with 7. But I think 10 to get you where you need to be as far as, comfortable with the truck. You can finance the truck or you can rent the truck. Renting it, if your truck breaks down, they're giving you a new one. Anything happen with your truck, they're going to come swap it out, just like a rental car. But if you own your car, if you don't got no warranties or whatever, I don't know how the insurance work with the commercial vehicles. It's my first time going with it. I'm pretty sure it's kind of the same, but something happened with the car you financing, a box truck that you financing or whatever, or you own, that's on you. Trucks, tires, there's 6 tires on there. The one tire go $300 to $800. Engine like 15,000 I'm hearing. So you gotta have a good diesel mechanic that know what they're doing to get you on the road. Because every day you're not on the road, you losing money. So I kind of think like the rental route is safe, but you just spending money. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be running at all times. So it's pretty key that you get you a dispatcher, or you try to book your loads ASAP. But it's kind of hard to do it because they posting them like they'll post something for the day, and then you might not see nothing for tomorrow until tomorrow. You can't kind of like do it for the whole week. You gotta wait. And if you ain't the first person that's on the load board catching them, then somebody else might catch it, and then now you got a load booked already to Chicago, and now you ain't got nothing coming back. So sometimes you might have to go down to come up. So you might have to catch Chicago down to Indianapolis, and then catch something from Indianapolis up this way to Fort Wayne or something like that, or Toledo or whatever, to get back to Michigan. But you don't want to drive empty like I did. So you're wasting money pretty much, and you're wasting time. So always stay busy, stay booked. Um, like I said, recommend for sure. Money is great, but you're spending a lot of money too. So you just got to make it all make sense, for real, for real. But definitely better than working at a plant, punching somebody's clock, making $500 a week, working 80 trillion hours and standing on your feet and all that. So I would do it. I would look more into it. There's other videos other than this one that you can check out that I learned from as well. Box Truck Shorty, a good dude to watch. It's another guy. It's two older cats that I like. I forgot their names right now, but yeah, check them out, man. Check out all the load boards. 123 load board, that load board. Uh, Man, I got so many load boards, bro. Everything on YouTube, everything on Google, everything you want to know. But you definitely need that LLC. You need your EIN. You need your bank set up. You need the DOT number. You need your MC number. You need the BLC 35. You need your UCR 5. You need some insurance. You need a truck. You need to go on the load boards. You need to set up an email. And you need to get a factoring company. You need to get you a pallet jack. You can rent one from Home Depot. They're going to cost you though. Pallet jack. You need some triangles. You need a headset. You need a car charger. You need some bread to spend on the road. If you got any hotel discounts, that'll be good. And shit, that's pretty much it for real. Like, it's a lot of stuff, but it really ain't. But it's a lot of clerical stuff that you got to handle too on the back end. Just make sure you organize, keep all your paperwork where it need to be, and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? All your LLC, bank information, you need it all on one file on your laptop or on your phone, ready to roll. So, more organized you are, the better. So, any questions for me, man, feel free to tap in below. Hit me up. I'm real, accessible. People been inboxing me about it. I've been waiting to make this video so y'all can get all the information right here for me. Anything I left out, anything you got questions about, hit me up. I don't mind talking about it. I just ain't want to be talking to a million different people and saying the same stuff. So I figured I'd make this video, and then if you still don't got, still lost or whatever, just hit me up. I'll respond to you best as I can because I'm a busy man. But I definitely don't mind spending a little bit of my time, helping somebody. So that's what it's all about. But yeah, highly recommend, man. Tap into that box truck world. The vans too, they getting paid. I have no CDL chauffeur license. That's it. I just got it. Other than that, I think I covered everything. I believe. Yeah, I think I covered everything, man. So thank y'all for tapping in, man. Sound off below, like it, subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, we just sold the last house too. If you see it on the channel, we just sold that. So everything flowing right now. And we're looking forward to the future, man. Getting more box trucks, getting more contracts, getting more money, just bossing up, man. So that's what it's all about. But appreciate y'all. Peace out.